Hey everybody, this is Grandpa Choco, the solo promoter, and today I'm going to show you how you can add a card to the FG Assistant that you can later use to play. Now, a couple things just really quick before we get started. Here's a couple things you will want to have before you start this process. You'll want to have scans of the card, and you'll want to have the card handy because you will have to enter in information from the back of the card. Now, I will say I am on a Mac, but this process should work the same if you're on a PC, and I have found that it is very easy to do this process if you have a PDF that you can just copy and paste from, a PDF of the card or a scan of the card. So let's get going here. We are in the main menu. We've just opened up FG Assistant, and we're going to click Card Management. And we're going to click over here, we're going to click Create a New Card. And that brings us up into the card creation screen. Now, what I like to do first, this is just the process I do it. You can do this in any order you want to do it. But I love to add the artwork first. So again, you will need scans of your artwork. I have found that high resolution JPEGs work the best for me. But your mileage may vary, and you may want to experiment with how you scan them in order to do it. So I'm going to be entering in a card for Dan Joseph from the Championship Wrestling from Hollywood Act 3 set. So I got Dan Joseph, the front of his card right here. So I will select it. I will click load, and there it is. It pops right up. It's looking great. Now, if we click on the card, it flips open over to the back, and we have to put the back image of the card. This is just sort of the temporary image that's there. And I have scanned the back of Dan Joseph's card right there, and I will click load, and there it is, and it looks pretty good. Another thing you may want to do if your images are loading and they don't quite look right is play around with this rescale image button. There's also a great button that if you have a sideways card, because sometimes the art is sort of horizontal rather than vertical, you can click that as well. All right, so we have our images in there, so we can get started adding the card. Now, as I said, I have found that that just copying and pasting from the PDF works great. Now, I do want to add in Dan Joseph's name. This is where we get into your personal preference, but I like to do lowercase here so that the names are all in lowercase. I know that on the back of actual cards, the names are uppercase, but I like to put the name in as lowercase. Now, this really, really cool thing that Carl Zilla just added is height and weight. So you can put the wrestler's height, and again, you can just copy and paste this, or I'm just typing it in here, and you can tab between all these fields, and it's really great. So I'm going to copy and paste Dan Joseph's hometown, and this card set is from Act 3. Championship Wrestling from Hollywood Act 3. Now, the really cool thing is if you make a mistake on any of this, you can always go back in and edit the cards. So you don't really have to worry too much about making a typo or something that you catch later. So what card type is this? As you can see, we have 3 different card types. We have a wrestler card, we have a non-wrestler card, and we have an MMA card. That's right. This FG Assistant supports MMA cards. But this is a wrestler card, so we'll do that. Now we enter the process of copying and pasting the move names. And if you have a PDF, this works pretty quickly. And so I will just edit the level 1 offense and level 1 defense here. Oops, I want to make sure I copy the whole thing. And you'll see that this really goes easy if you can copy and paste it. So if you have the card stats typed out, if you have the card stats, as I said, in a PDF. Now, I know on Mac you can copy and paste from PDFs. I assume on PCs you can do the same thing, because I always know that PCs always sort of get these features first. So I'm sure this is, while it's a new feature on the Mac, it's an old feature on PCs. All right, so we're almost finished here. We're getting level 1 offense and level 1 defense. entered in. So I always just kind of give it a double check because I notoriously paste things in the wrong place. So now when I want to enter in level 2 offense, I just click here on level 2, click here on level 2, and then I just go. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit so you don't have to sit here and watch me copy and paste all this stuff. All right, just a quick break to say that I've entered in all of level 2. So to get to the level 3 entry fields, I just click level 3 offense, level 3 defense, and I'm ready to go. All right, so we have level 1 offense moves entered in, level 2 offense moves, level 3 offense moves, and our level 1 defense, level 2 defense, and level 3 defense. So the card info is entered in there. Now we move to the bottom of the card, and this is really super easy to enter this in. So Dan Joseph, his ropes rating is a B, so I put that down there. His turnbuckle is a C, so I put that down there. His ring rating is a B, and his death jump is also a B. Now you have these little fields too where you can put in asterisks because sometimes if, like say Andre the Giant, he can't be thrown in the ropes unless you have a certain power thing. So you can put an asterisk in there if you want. Let's see, Dan Joseph's disqualification is a 5, and his cage rating is a 4. And then we're going to put in his pin information, and he is a 6-3. So we put in the 6 in the first number, and then his advanced pin rating is a 3 right there. Again, you have the little field where you can put in things, and you can also put in alternate pins, like if they're wrestling junior heavyweights, if they have special stats for that, or like the recent Joni Lauer card has special stats when she wrestles guys. You can put that in there. And now we do the agility and power, and Dan Joseph's agility is a -1, and his power is a +1, and he doesn't have a distractor rating printed on the card, so everybody's general distractor rating is a 5, so we'll just leave that right there. But if you wanted to change it, you can slide it back and forth. And one thing I should mention is the agilities also have all of these little additional things, just like the ropes and the cage and all that kind of stuff. So down here at the bottom, there is a special mechanic text. So this would be if Dan Joseph had like an alternate finisher. So there'd be an asterisk here and then some wording down at the bottom of the card. Dan Joseph doesn't have that, but if you have a wrestler that does have that, you can enter that here. And then once you're done, you have two choices. You can either save or save and exit. I will say that if you click save, just the save button right here, that's kind of like, oh, I have another card I want to enter, so I'm going to click save, and then it's going to take you right to a brand new card creation scene. And then you're going to kind of get stuck in this little loop where you'll have to cancel and exit if you don't have another card ready to go, ready to enter. But we're just entering in one card, so we're just going to click save and exit, and that'll take us back to our main set here. And if we go to the set we just created, well, I had some other cards in here from this, but if we go to CWFH Act 3, click that, there you can see Dan Joseph is added to the set. So that's it. That's basically how you do it. It is not difficult. It is easy. It just kind of takes time to do. And yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to help you. And get excited because the FG Assistant is coming soon, and it's pretty awesome. Bye, everybody.